Okay, but it's kind of sort of like a movie that is nothing but hot gossip, and I love it. Let me explain. So it's the story of two people, and it takes place over the course of 12 years, from 1977 to 1989. They met in 1977 in college. They're getting in a car together and driving from, I think it's Chicago to New York. And they don't really like each other then. Mostly because Billy Crystal believes that men and women cannot be friends, especially if he wants to have sex with her, because sex is the problem. See, Billy Crystal doesn't think that men and women can be friends, especially if he wants to have sex with them, because the sex is the problem. And then she's like, ew, I never want to see you again. And then they don't see each other again for 6 years. Well, then they run into each other at the airport and they end up on the same flight. And then he was either completely married at the time or was getting married. She was in a relationship with some dude. I think that one was Joe. A little while later, they run back into each other at a bookstore, and they're much nicer to each other, and they actually like develop a friendship. They become friends. They do everything together. They talk on the phone every day. They go to dinner. They celebrate holidays. They walk through the park. They set some friends up who are getting married. They help each other through crises. And then Meg Ryan finds out that her ex-boyfriend Joe, who didn't want to marry her, is getting married to somebody else, so she feels bad about herself. And then Harry comes over and is making her feel better, but then they do it. And the winnering causes contention, like they do. And then everybody's all awkward for a while, but then they get back together at New Year's. And then they get married a few months after. The end. I just hope they kept her furniture because that bed was really cute. But like I was saying, this movie is basically hot gossip. Like, you remember when we were watching the Risa Tisa stuff? It's just a relationship between two people. There's not a whole lot of like unbelievable things that happen. You know, nobody's getting shot at. There's not a bank heist. None of that. It's just it's two people having a relationship, kind of, sort of. It's like a friendship and then an actual relationship, and it's a whole thing. And through all that, you're getting the hot gossip about their friends. Like Carrie Fisher's character is sleeping with the married man, and then she falls in love with Harry's best friend. And they're all New York yuppies, so it feels like scandal. And y'all know I love to be nosy. So to answer the question, can two friends have sex and still be friends? Don't ask me. I'm a big fan of the whole casual sex thing, or I did until I was married. But like, once you get wienered, I don't want to see you again. I prefer you just disappear off the face of the earth. Except Mr. Crush Parking Lot Candy. I love him. Pumpkin, say hi to the people.
Hi.
Do you love me?
Yes.
So do you really think that two friends can have sex and it not be weird?
Yes.
Do you really?
Yes. We're still friends.
We're married! 10 out of 10. Okay, bye. As we go on, we remember all the good times we had together. Like when I saw your balls dangle